All right, welcome to Skill Connect. So, Skill Vertex emphasizes on the needs, future aspirations of the individual, connecting to the emerging industrial technologies and requirements. We are a place, with student interest, where the skills are nurtured with a personalized mentoring.
So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on Web3 blockchain and their implementation in education. In today's session, we'll be discussing how blockchain technology and Web3 are transforming the way we learn and upskill. Now, Web3 is often described as a new era of the internet, in which decentralized systems and protocols enable secure and transparent interactions between users without the need of any intermediary. So with Web3, we have the potential to create a new kind of education system that is more accessible, efficient, and transparent than ever before. We believe that blockchain technology and Web3 has the power to revolutionize education and upskilling, enabling learners and educators to connect in new ways and facilitate more personalized and flexible learning experiences. So through this session, we will explore the challenges facing traditional education systems and how Web3 can address these challenges. We'll also discuss the potential of blockchain-based education platforms, decentralized learning and credentialing, blockchain-based microservices, micro-credentials, and more. So as students and future generation of learners, educators, and innovators, we hope this webinar will provide you with the insights and ideas. To understand the potential of Web3 in education, it is important to first have a basic understanding of what Web3 and blockchain technology are. Now, Web3 is the next evolution of the internet, often referred to as the decentralized web. So it is basically a collection of decentralized systems, protocols, and technologies that enable secure and transparent interactions between users without the need of intermediary. Like for example, currently we are using the Zoom platform. Okay, so Zoom is a centralized system. So on a centralized server, all of us are connected and we are having, a discussion, right? But what if instead of hosting, the number of people who join the meeting, okay, their systems will be used in order to establish a network and in order to facilitate this type of discussion and communication. So that's what blockchain is. Okay, at the heart of Web3 is your blockchain technology, okay, which is a distributed ledger technology that provides a secure and transparent record of any transaction or interaction that happens between the users. Okay, so blockchains are built on a decentralized network of nodes. Okay, each system in the network represents a node. So blockchain is built on a decentralized network of nodes, each with a copy of the ledger or the interaction that is going on in the network. Okay, so this makes it almost impossible to tamper or falsify any data. Now, blockchain technology enables a wide range of use cases beyond just cryptocurrency or digital identity. Okay, we have supply chain management and of course, education. So by leveraging the power of Web3 and blockchain technology, we can create new models of learning that are more accessible, efficient, and transparent for everyone. We can also enable decentralized and peer-to-peer learning, providing more flexible and personalized learning experiences for the students. So in the next few slides, we will dive deeper into the potential of Web3 in education and explore some specific use cases of blockchain technology in learning and upskilling. Now, the internet has come a long way since its inception. Okay, we are now on the brink of a new era, which is the rise of Web3. Web3 is often referred to as the decentralized web, a new generation of the internet that is built on decentralized systems and protocols. Now with Web3, we have the potential to create a more secure, transparent and decentralized internet that is owned and controlled by its users rather than the few centralized corporations. Okay, so the few key features of Web3 include decentralization, which means Web3 enables decentralized systems and nodes, okay, and the protocols that help them in communicating. So they are not controlled by a central authority, making them more resilient to censorship and interference by your corporates. Okay, then comes your transparency. With Web3, your transactions and interactions can be tracked on a public ledger, providing a high degree of transparency and accountability for each and every user. Then comes your security. Web3 leverages blockchain technology to provide a secure and tamper-proof record for transactions and interactions which happen on its network. Then comes your openness. Now, openness in Web3 is built on an open source technology, which means that the source code of the applications and the platforms that are running on Web3 is going to be freely available to anyone to use. Okay, they can view the code, they can modify it and use it. This helps to promote innovation and collaboration in the development of new digital services. Like for example, right now, if you see Elon Musk has made the Twitter code open source, which means anyone can go and see how Twitter works, how it shows you videos, how it shows you posts, how the recommendation system works. Okay, so more and more people are able to see what they do in the backend. They are able to use it and also modify it. Okay, then comes your tokenization. Now, in Web3 applications, we often use tokens, which are basically your digital assets that can be used to represent ownership, access, or any other forms of value. So this enables new forms of digital commerce and it incentivizes users to participate in your decentralized networks. So for example, we have your cryptocurrency and your NFTs, right? Then comes your community driven, which means Web3 is driven by a global community of developers, entrepreneurs, and users who are working together to create a more decentralized and open internet. So this community is committed to creating digital services that are more equitable, accessible, and empowering the users all around the world. So Web3 basically has the potential to transform many industries, including finance, healthcare, supply chain, etc. Now, at the heart of Web3 is your blockchain technology. Okay, so blockchain is basically a distributed ledger that provides your secure, transparent records of whatever interactions that go on in the network. Okay, so a blockchain is a decentralized database that contains of a network of nodes or systems, each with a copy of the same public ledger. So whenever a new transaction is created in a blockchain, it is broadcasted to everyone. Okay, it is broadcasted to all the systems who validate the transaction first, and then they add it to their copy of the ledger. Okay, so it's like instead of one person keeping track of everything that happens, okay, all the members of the network keep track of what is going on. So they validate it and they also add it to their own personal ledgers. Okay, so once a transaction is added to the blockchain, it cannot be altered and deleted because there are so many people who are sharing the same transaction. Okay, so it makes the blockchain technology tamper-proof, and basically any records cannot be modified. So this level of security is achieved through the use of cryptographic algorithms, which ensures that only authorized parties can access and modify the data on the blockchain. Okay, now blockchain are often associated with cryptocurrencies like your Bitcoin and there are so many, but they have a wide range of potential use cases beyond just finance. Now, let's say, for example, in education, blockchain can be used to create a decentralized system for credentialing and certifications, right? It provides more transparent and verifiable records of our learners' achievements. Okay, we see that a lot of frauds happen when it comes to your certifications, right? People they just skip a course and they get a certification. Some people they do not do a course but they add it into their resume. And for big companies, it's easy to check. They can go and verify the data. But for smaller companies, it gets very difficult to check whether someone is or possesses the skills that they tell they have. Okay. So it helps us to basically, verify credentials and certifications on a peer-to-peer level, right? Apart from this, blockchain-based credentialing systems can help us to eliminate frauds and increase the efficiency of your credential verification. Okay, allowing learners to easily share their credentials with employers, institutions, and other relevant parties. Right? Like suppose if I want to go and apply for a job, I have to search all the certificates, collect all certificates, send through mail, convert into PPTs or PDFs or whatever in whichever format they want. But what if I have a system wherein, let's say, I send them a link, okay, and the link will contain all my credentials, okay, and now this link is not just with me, but with everyone in the same blockchain network, right? So even if, let's say, someone tries to delete my records, there are other various versions of my record available on the network. So it's virtually impossible to delete any data from a blockchain network. Now, let's look at some challenges that we face in traditional education systems, that, and then we can discuss how can we fix them using blockchain. Now, while traditional education systems have served us well for many years, there are obviously a lot of challenges that we have seen upcoming in the recent ages. Now, some of these challenges are your limited access, uh, high cost, lack of flexibility, credentials and certifications, outdated curriculums, and lack of personalization on a peer-to-peer level, right? Because see, many people around the world still lack the access to quality education due to factors like location, socioeconomic status, and discrimination. Okay, so what if we make education accessible to everyone? That's the entire purpose of blockchain, to make it transparent to everyone who is part of the network. Okay, this would also bring down the cost of education, making it less cheaper for learners to come and afford education. Then you have lack of flexibility. Your traditional education systems are often inflexible. Basically, they have set schedules, course requirements that make it difficult for learners to balance their studies, okay, along with their work, family, and other obligations. Apart from that, we have credentials, right? Credentials and certification. So traditional credentialing systems can be very slow, inefficient, and prone to frauds, basically making it difficult for learners to demonstrate their skills and achievements properly to their employees and other stakeholders. Okay, many traditional education systems are slow to adapt to changing industry needs. Okay, they require, this basically results in a skill gap between the skilled learners and the employers. Okay. Apart from this, your traditional education systems often use a one-size-fits-all approach. Okay, which means they will create a curriculum and that is taught to everyone, irrespective of what they actually want out of it. Okay. So these challenges can limit access to education and upskilling opportunities for many people around the world. We can also limit the effectiveness of traditional education systems in meeting the needs of these learners and employees. In the next few slides, we will explore how Web3 and blockchain can help to address these challenges and create new models of learning that is accessible, efficient, and effective. Now, blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize education and upskilling by providing new models of learning. So one of the key areas where blockchain technology can have an impact is your certifications. So by creating a decentralized system for credentialing, learners can have more verifiable and secure records of their skills and achievements. So this can help to reduce frauds, increase the efficiency of these verifications, also making it easier for learners to share their credentials with your employers and the stakeholders. Now, another area where blockchain technology can have a big impact is creating new models of learning that are more flexible and adaptable to the needs of your learners. Now, decentralized learning platforms can provide learners with more control over what they're learning and the learning experience basically. So allowing them to choose the course and the resources that are relevant to what they want to learn, that are relevant to their interests and goals. Now, blockchain-based learning platform can also provide more personalized learning experiences by leveraging your data analytics and artificial intelligence to tailor learning experience to the need of the person. Finally, blockchain technology can also help to create new funding models for education and upskilling. Basically, by leveraging blockchain-based cloud funding platforms, learners can access funding for their education and upskilling from a global community of supporters. Now, let's say, for example, we bring various freelancers, like suppose everyone uses Fiverr. Now, the issue with Fiverr is that there are so many people and it works on a centralized system. So everyone, let's say, sends recommendations to that, I will do this project and this is the cost that will come up. But what if the people who want to employ these people can get in direct touch with them by just looking at their portfolios, which is decentralized, right? So this also improves the funding situation of a lot of us. Okay, as being from a country where funding is not basically capital is very much required in everything. Most important education. Hence, by making this model, we'll be able to first of all reduce the amount of capital needed. Okay, so you just have to pay for the platform that you use and all that, but the resources are in open source. Okay, so you can just go and access anyone else's learning material also, and then you can learn whatever you want. Apart from that, again, the same examples of AI and data analytics will help us give solutions. Like suppose if you come to the platform, instead of you learning from other material, we can suggest that what you want to learn. Okay, so these are some potential in which blockchain can manipulate how the education system works. Now, in the next slide, we will explore some of the ways in which blockchain technology is already being used to create these learning models and upskilling. Okay. So blockchain technology is already being used to create decentralized learning platforms and marketplaces that are transparent, efficient, and accessible. So one of these examples is a course created by University of Nicosia. Okay, and this course is offered by various blockchain platforms. So let's say, for example, there is Coursera and other various platforms which provide uh, education on the blockchain level. So basically, if you go there, you will be able to see what are courses are available, and accordingly, you can select what skills you want to learn. Okay. So this provides learners with comprehensive introduction to the courses that they want to learn, to the topics, not even courses, to the topics that they want to learn from a particular course. Another example of blockchain-based educational marketplace is your Bit Degree, which allows learners to earn cryptocurrency by completing courses and exercises on their platforms. So this incentivizes learners to acquire new skills and knowledge while also providing funding models for the education. Okay, so Bit Degree provides cryptocurrency for when you complete a course. So blockchain technology is also being used to create decentralized marketplaces for educational resources, such as your textbooks, test preparation materials. So these marketplaces provide learners with access to global network of resources, regardless of their location or socio-economic status. So they have access to it through the blockchain network. So by leveraging blockchain technology, these platforms and marketplaces can provide learners with more control over their learning experience, while also ensuring that the data and credentials are secure and verifiable by their employers. So in the next slide, we will explore some of the other ways in which blockchain technology is being used to create a new model of learning and upskilling that are more transparent. One of the most promising applications of blockchain technology in education is in the area of decentralized learning. Now, decentralized learning platforms can provide learners with more control over their experience. So by allowing them to choose resources or courses that are more relevant to their interests and goals. So these platforms can also use blockchain technology to create a more transparent and secure record. For example, your BlockCert project is a blockchain-based credential system that allows learners to create and share their own digital credentials. Now, these credentials can be easily shared with employers and other stakeholders. Another example is your learning machine project, which uses blockchain technology to create a secure digital transcript that can be easily verified by employers and educational institutions also. So this system basically provides learners with more efficient and secure way of sharing their academic records, okay, while also reducing the risk of fraud and data tampering. Like for example, a few of you might have, when you go to, let's say, a college for admission, you have to deposit all your certifications that you have done, your 10 certificates, 12 certificates. If you go for jobs, people take your certificates, right? But what if you have the system where these certificates can be digitized and they can be shared with the employers, and the network guarantees that these are verified records. Okay, so by using blockchain, these decentralized learning and credentialing platforms can help to create a more transparent and efficient system Okay. They can also help to reduce the cost of education by eliminating the need of expensive intermediaries and administrative processes. Now, in addition to providing a more secure and efficient way to share academic credentials, blockchain can also be used to create micro credentials that can recognize learners' skills and achievements in a specific area. So micro credentials are small focused credentials that can be earned through completing a specific course or demonstrating a specific skill through an examination. So these credentials can be used to showcase a learner's expertise. Okay, like for example, if you take LinkedIn, LinkedIn has a feature where you can add skills. Now I can go and add any skill that I want into my LinkedIn profile. And people, when they search, let's say a person with a specific skill, LinkedIn basically uses the same data to refer these people to the clients. But what if we have, but again, the system is not secure. Okay, the system cannot be trusted. There can be frauds because there is no way of checking whether this system applies, whether the credentials are actually true, whether the person actually has those skills. Okay, so to tackle this, what did LinkedIn do was they created a test-based system to apply skills. So suppose if you want to apply a skill, you have to give a test of 15 questions. So now again, the same thing happens here is because there's a test, anyone can give that, and the way how the test is conducted, anyone can copy from Google or any other platforms and they can answer those questions. Okay, so still this cannot be trusted. Okay, now, blockchain technology can provide a more secure way of doing this and verifying these micro credentials, allowing learners to share their achievements with potential employees and stakeholders. So by using this, your micro credentials can also be easily transferred between platforms and institutions, okay, making them more portable and accessible. One example of your blockchain micro credential platform is Credly. Okay, so this allows learners to earn unshared digital badges that represent their achievement and skills. Now, these badges are verified using blockchain technology, ensuring that their authenticity and making them more valuable to potential employers. Another example is the Open Badges project. So it is an open standard for issuing and sharing digital badges. So the project is built on top of a blockchain technology, allowing learners to easily share their badges with others and providing a more transparent and secure way of showcasing their achievements. Okay, so by leveraging blockchain technology, these micro-credential platforms can provide learners with a more granular way of showcasing their skills and achievements, while also creating a more transparent and accessible system for recognizing and validating learner outcomes. Now, while blockchain technology holds a lot of promise for revolutionizing the education sector, there are also various challenges that needs to be addressed for Web3 to become a widely adopted education system. One of the main challenges is the lack of awareness and understanding of blockchain technology amongst educators and learners. Okay, many people are still unfamiliar with the technology and its potential applications in education, which can make it a very, which can basically make it a difficult buy-in and adoption. Okay. Another challenge is the need for standardization and interoperability among different blockchain-based platforms. Okay, so anyone can go and build a blockchain-based platform, but let's say there are two platforms. Now I want to shift from one to the other for pursuing a different course. Or for example, let's say if I have a credentialing system in my college and I want to take all that college data and put it onto my LinkedIn platform. So there needs to be interoperability between these blockchain technologies. Okay, so currently there are many different platforms and systems that are built on blockchain protocols, which can make it difficult for learners to transfer their achievements and credentials between your platforms. Privacy and security also is a major concern when it comes to using blockchain technology. While blockchain technology is designed to be secure and transparent, there are still risks associated with the storage and sharing of personal data. Because here, every system becomes a node. So every system, let's say you're saving something, instead of saving on a centralized location, this data is saved onto multiple systems. Now, because of your cryptography, we are able to encrypt this data, and only the authorized people are able to access it. So even though this, let's say the data is saved on my system, okay, it can only be accessed by people who have the proper credentials. Okay, so still it poses a little bit of concern and security risks. Additionally, the cost and technical expertise required to implement a blockchain-based education system can be a barrier for adoption. Okay, particularly for your smaller companies and smaller institutions, or who do not have a lot of resources. Finally, there are also concerns about the potential for blockchain-based systems to exacerbate existing inequalities in the education, particularly if they are not designed with accessibility and inclusivity in mind, right? So basically it can be misused in a way to provide the same inequality that was happening before, even though the system is designed to be transparent to everyone. Now, despite these challenges, there is a growing interest and investment in blockchain. Okay, over the past few years, we have seen so much hype around blockchain, NFTs, crypto, and all that, right? And blockchain has just started. I mean, we have not even went from Web 2 to Web 3. We are still under Web 2. Okay, so Web 3 is something that is, to be discussed in the future. A lot of decentralized networks can be built, and this can be the future. Okay. So many institutions and organizations are working to address these issues that were mentioned and develop more accessible and equitable models for Web3 education. Okay, so now the potential of Web3 technology in education is vast, and it is poised to change the way we approach teaching and learning in the years to come. So one major benefit of the Web3 technology is the ability to create decentralized and open education systems. Okay, so educational content and credentials can be stored and shared in a transparent and secure way, allowing learners to access wide range of educational resources and earn credentials that are recognized across different platforms, education institutions, and even your employers. So another potential benefit of Web3 in education is the ability to create more personalized learning experiences. Okay, so by using data and analytics, Web3 education systems can provide learners with tailored learning experiences. Now, suppose, for example, if you take game development, okay, now under game development, you have various technologies and various skills that you need to learn. But what if I just want to focus on virtual game development or augmented reality or mixed reality, right? Or just let's say I want to design characters. I don't want to, go and develop. I want to design characters. So here, using this technology, we'll be able to break down courses into other minimal segments. Okay, and then we'll be able to use your data analytics to understand what people want, and accordingly, we'll be able to provide them with those learning patterns. Okay, so your learning will be basically tailored to each and every individual's interests, strengths, and weaknesses. Now, Web3 technology can also facilitate more collaborative and community-driven learning experiences. So by creating a decentralized educational network and communities, learners can connect with others who have similar interests and goals and collaborate with them on projects and assignments in the real time, right? Another potential benefit of Web3 in education is the ability to create more accessible and inclusive learning environments. So by leveraging your blockchain, educational content and can be made more accessible to learners who may not have access to traditional educational resources, or who may be marginalized due to factors such as your geography and economic status. So overall, the potential of Web3 technology in education is immense. And it is likely that we will see many new and innovative applications of this technology in the coming years. So by embracing Web3 technology and creating more decentralized, personalized, and inclusive education systems, we'll be able to help to create a brighter future for learners around the world. Now, by enabling decentralized learning and credentialing, blockchain-based micro-credentials, personalized education platforms, Web3 can create a new opportunity for learners around the world to access high-quality education. We have seen how these technologies can help address the challenges that are facing, that the traditional education systems are facing, such as your limited access, high cost, lack of flexibility, etc. So on this note, we conclude today's webinar, right? We thank you for joining us to explore this exciting potential of Web3 and blockchain in education. Previously, we have only seen that on finance, a lot of blockchain is being used, but it is not just limited to that. It can also provide enhancements in various sectors. Okay, and most importantly, education. As we are into educating and we are educators. So we hope this has sparked some new ideas and insights for you also. And if you have any questions or you want to learn more about it, please, you can reach out to us. So yeah, thank you and have a great day. Shravani can take over.
Yeah, thank you so much, Akash, for your amazing insights on Web3 and education. I hope the participants, are fully aware about how to go ahead about the things now. So if anyone has any queries, please drop it in the chat box, or you can raise your hands. We can unmute you and we can proceed ahead. Yeah, thank you, Akash. Thank you, others.